Hi, I'm Andrea Castañeda, and for my persuasive discussion, I will talk about the importance of coral reefs and the problem that you're going through, because many of you may not know about the situation that it's happening and that's been existing along the years, and today, that problem continues. It's the reality that we're facing today. Did you know that corals are known as the trees of the ocean, which means that coral reefs are the forest but underwater? Also, did you know that coral reefs all around the world are dying on our watch because of the global warming and nobody's doing anything to stop this? What are coral reefs? You may be picturing those beautiful, colorful underwater structures that you see when you go scuba diving, but actually there are more than that. Coral reefs are large underwater structures composed of skeletons of colonial marine invertebrates called coral. Corals are found all over the world's oceans, from Aleutian Islands off the coast of Alaska to the warm tropical waters of the Caribbean Sea. The biggest coral reefs are found in the clear, shallow waters of the tropics and subtropics. The largest of the coral reef systems is the Great Barrier Reef in Australia. So now you may be wondering, what's wrong with the corals? What's happening to them? And the answer to that question is the problem named coral bleaching. So corals have tiny colorful marine algae inside of them named zooxanthellae, and they provide them with much of the color and most importantly their primary supply of energy. However, if the surrounding temperature becomes too warm, this algae dies. The loss of these zooxanthellae is what we refer to them as coral bleaching. Without this, coral tissues become transparent, revealing the white coral skeleton beneath it. Once this happens, the corals can die if the bad condition persists. If, however, temperatures return to normal levels, corals can regain their zooxanthellae. So the picture that we're looking at is the difference between a healthy coral and a bleached coral. The pollution and global warming are ending with our corals. It may sound meaningless, but actually they're very important. Corals provide oxygen to the sea creatures. They are shelter for 25% of marine species. They protect shoreline. They are used for medicines and they help the growth of economy in some places due to the touristic locations that they have. This process has become more and more common as the day passes. It has increased almost 5 times since 1980. So if we want this problem to stop, we need to do something about it right now before it's too late. So as I mentioned before, the largest coral reef in the whole world is the Great Barrier Reef of Australia. This reef stretches along Australia's northern eastern coast and spine of 3,800 reefs and atolls are seen through the Coral Sea. Together, they form the largest living structure on Earth. The Great Barrier Reef has experienced two major bleaching events in the recent decades in the summers of 1998 and 2002, where respectively 42% and 54% of the reefs were affected by bleaching, meaning that more than half of the corals are dying. And recent research demonstrated that this back-to-back bleaching dealt with such a severe blow to adult colonies of some important coral types that the number of young corals has declined by 90%. This means that the corals that were starting to grow, they suddenly didn't. So the community of corals has decreased, and if we do nothing about it, this that is the largest coral reef in the whole world will soon be disappeared. And now you may be wondering, what can we do to help? How can we stop this? And the best way we can help is by informing ourselves about this huge problem, to create consciousness on this serious topic and keep spreading awareness. We need to understand that the fact that we don't live near the ocean and we don't get to see these beautiful coral reefs every day doesn't mean it's not our problem. It's our responsibility to make up for this mistake before it's too late and the changes won't be reversible. We need to make everybody understand that because it's not only the duty of some of us, it's the duty of all of us. The coral needs us, the world needs us, so let's go help the corals survive so the future generations can be able to experience those beautiful colors that we see underwater.